right now?
No, the gutter's on the bottom.
Okay, I can't.
Three canceled flights.
There's so many more injuries. Doing guard work, got a blister, got a splinter, hit pickleball, flipper.
No, you're talking, you could say like MCL, shoulder.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's so annoying. Quality of life is That's why I'm lying. I do any work, like my delicate hand, my keyboard hand. I gotta put the spirit. Alright, we're gonna do some warm up. Let's start with some great fighting for So basically, we're just looking for a great fighting position. So I'm looking to kind of stay on the inside of my partner, whether that's looking for underhooks, looking for 2-on-1 grips, or something like an arm drag. Could also just be like managing distance on like shoulder pushes, maybe on collar tie, and then Bernard's doing the same thing. So we're kind of looking for just learning how to like manage distance and then just if you're new to this, I recommend like first taking just like a good wrestling stance. So you have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. I'm not standing too tall, nor am I too low. I'm too tall. Like Bernard can just shoot on me. I kind of want like my head and my arms in front so I can have just some sort of body part in front so I can do some blocking. And if I'm too low, then Bernard can basically grab my head and snap me down as well. That's fine. So like if you're like your first day in Kyoto, I kind of think I want to look to get like in between the space of my partner, and sometimes I just look for something like another. So that might entail just like doing some grabbing at the wrist, pushing the elbows, pushing, just kind of keeping it light and light on your feet, light on your hands, and just normal motions. we all know, like, for your single leg, what we're doing is we're getting our hands out of the way. We're doing like a same side kind of deal here. We're taking the angle, pushing up, lifting a single leg, and then we're taking our partner down. For a double, we kind of want to, it's going to be slightly different where we have our lead leg, which is going to go straight down the middle, and then we want to make contact with their, with pretty much like their, like abdomen with our shoulder. So we kind of like want to drive them back. We want to drive them back a little bit before we round the corner. If we're shooting like all the way out here, I'm going to run out of power and drive before I even get to Bernard's like body here. So when I shoot, I kind of do want to close the distance right here. We'll drive them back a little bit and then basically step up on the side of that. Step up on my left side here if I'm shooting with my right. And then I have my hands on my knees. And then basically I'm sort of turning the corner here and driving. So if this is your first time, like feel free to just like take it slow so get to some position here. You'll step up and then you'll try to corner. I think like it's always like for me it's good to always align my power foot in the back. So it's like before I shoot, my back foot will get in line with my front foot, and then that's going to be my primary drive. So instead of like just having both my feet planted, I kind of like have my power foot aligned, drive, step up, and then when I bring Bernard over, it's kind of like I have both my hands on my knees, and then I'm also using my posture to drive more. So it's like I kind of want to turn into him, but also use my head to start taking out the drive. Any questions? We'll drill south by 3 minutes. I'll place the biggest one. Right on the two.
So,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So from here. Yeah. Just like outside. Because then you're gonna turn the corner so like you're going for a single. Yeah.
So you're holding on to the right thigh.
Yeah, I'm sort of holding on to the feet.
in, and I still have room to come through.
And that's, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay. So I need to try to get out of this fast. Okay. And then my belt here, we just keep going. Okay. Are you okay with that? Keeping your head. I'm keeping my head pretty level. Because what I don't want to do is I feel like, yeah, you might just like wrap over the right, and then sure, I might. Okay. Generally, it's like I've changed work with what and then he tries to over 18 grip, like I think almost posture. Alright, let's play a game. Where are you? So just some things that I saw with the shot, like, well, when we make this shot, we definitely don't want that, like, we want our posture to be good. Like, if I shoot right here, and my, like, I'm kind of like, I'm changing posture with, like, my legs here, rather than I'm not, like, doing a hip hinge. If I do a hip hinge, like, I just go down and try to, I'm just going to get hits. And even if I do get into the legs, you can still wrap that up. And so, like, depending on how good someone's guillotine is, like, I might end up taking them down, but then I still have to deal with this grip on my head. Whereas if I change posture or change levels with my legs, see how my head is kind of like, it's not in the best position to get wrapped up. And then as I drive, I'm lifting up even more. So like, I would rather somebody shoot, fail the shot, but still have like good posture. Just because it's like defensively, you're being defensively responsible. Alright, so we'll play a game now where, well again, we'll do some wrestling, but we're thinking about grip fighting, getting the grips out of the way. You guys can go for your doubles if you want. You can also go for your singles if you want. My goal, as for both people really, is if I can get two hands behind your knees, and also my head and my posture good, this is a winning position for me. I don't even need to take it down. If I'm able to if we're just like hands right here, I'm able to get his hands out of the way, and I can come here, that's a winning position for me. If I can pick up the single, that's also a winning position for me. Bernard's going to be looking at the same thing, and then obviously, if he goes for it and we can block by getting some sort of hand, shoulder, head in the way, you can also backstep and get your foot out of the way, reset, keep going. So just looking for two hands behind the knee and good posture, or pick up the single. Any questions? Alright, I'm doing two.
They won't allow us to play this
Yep. Yeah.
Buses you have.
There, you immediately get the smell. I was trying to pull the other. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Alternative, where you see a lot more options, again, keep your balance. And then have it over.
Okay. And how long has it been again? So like we were defending almost.
So similar, sometimes. You know, take this, and goes down this way.
Okay.
Create space, right on the platform, or the level one. Here. Like here.
Yeah.
Don't go over top. Now, I'm just going to power there you go. To do it.
Okay.
Back to your break it up. Next is all I have is my arms. So I pull it across this. Or the other arm.
Well,
Yeah. Half being okay.
That's,
But that's like the fourth time you use it.
I'm just gonna let you keep your down fall back.
Yeah, you take me down with you.
So, really, that's strong.
And how do I get out of that? That's another fucking. Alright, we'll do a little bit of groundwork, so Bernard can go like that. We'll play a little game where Bernard is on his back. I'm going to be up top. My goal as top person is going to be to flank Bernard 3 times. So I'm going to make contact with Bernard's left side with any part of my body. It's going to be shin, most likely. Could also just be hand, whatever. If I get to his flank here, I'll go to the other side 2, and then I'll have to make my way back again 3. Once I do that, I complete my goal and we'll flip flop. Bernard's only goal on bottom is to keep his feet in front of me. So as I'm looking to flank, he's going to be preventing me from doing that. Let's say even if I get a little bit of a flank, maybe he'll frame on me, get his foot in, reset himself. So he's protecting his hip line and his shoulder line and keeping his legs, knees, and shins in front of me. He's also using his hands to frame me if I get too close. He can use it to frame me and also reset himself. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to flank, and if he starts framing me, I'm also thinking about how I might move around those frames in order to get to a flank, and then now I'm looking for 2 more flanks before I reset to be on the bottom. So there is no waiting condition for Bernard on the bottom. He literally just is making my life hard. Keeping his knees, shins, feet in front of me, trying his best to face me. And then I'm just looking forward to get to the flank 3 times. I just generally think of it as if he's not framing me really, really hard, if I reach kind of just his rib cage on this side of it, and I'm sort of at the hip line, then I've achieved. That's one way to look at it. Questions? We'll play this game with 2 partners or so. Yeah. You got it. Do I have to first? What would you like? You want me to be on the back? Oh, the odd breaks on my back. Yeah. Yeah.
The alternative was, we don't want to do the quality.
Okay.
This is more like,
Okay.
you're at the sales, I think, now. So it feels like you're trying to. You got Frank, he goes, in concert.
Okay.
Right? And at some point, I mean, for you, police must act on those, police switch positions. So this is how it's like.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
So, like,
Okay. TV concept. Don't let him bully you like that. Okay. So the big meeting is.
And keeping contact is the best way to.
take some of the weight off your legs, right?
Yeah.
And then you can control the breathing.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll play this game one more time, but like, so whenever I'm on my back here, like, I don't want someone to control both of my feet. So like, if Bernard gets both of my feet, what can happen is like, if I'm not gonna fight it, then he basically can like use it to throw my feet by. It could even be like more exaggerated, where he will just like throw my feet, and then now I have to recover from this sort of position, right? So anytime I see someone grab my feet, I immediately want to prevent that. So like, usually I'll grab their hand and then free one of my feet. You can grab one of my feet, sure. And then right after I break the grip, I will generally make it so that my feet are not on the same plane. So like, right now, both my feet are kind of like in a straight line, and so it's easy for him to grab. Once I break it, I will sort of maybe keep 1 foot lower, and so therefore, it's harder for him now to completely throw me off. And then I can always create one connection at the bottom here, and it's much harder for him to. So like, I'm not only just like sit up here with my knees to my chest and like preventing, like putting my feet in front, I'm also hand fighting. So like, he wants to grab my feet, I'm not gonna let him grab my feet. I'm also grabbing his hand, maybe I grab his leg, sort of creating connections in order to stop my own limbs from getting control. So that's a little guard retention tip, is just to keep your feet on a different level. Like even when I play guard now, like I'll do weird stuff where it's just like I have 1 foot all the way up here, 1 foot all the way down here. So it's like if they want to control my feet, they can start with this one up here, but they're never really going to get both my feet at one time. It just makes it. So we'll play this game one more time. You guys can switch up your partners if you want. Yeah. Any questions? All right, on 2, on 2. Yep.
Go to the other side.
To be fair, I know your cam strips are really, it's bringing back my old days.
ESG.
Burn calories, Isaac. Burn calories.
We'll play this game one more time. I think I want to just like add in some things that might help you guys on top too. So, we're spending a lot of time here just because like I think this is pretty fundamental in terms of like when you start playing like doing jiu-jitsu, you're gonna have to pass someone's guard and you're also gonna have to do guard rotation. So when I'm on top, like I'm not only like great fighting, but essentially what I'm doing is like I need to figure out a way to get his frames out of the way. His frames are just like anything that can carry weight and push me, which is like knees, shins, feet, hands, elbows, right? So I can like do direct things, which is like, oh, I just fight the feet, fight the hands directly, push them one way or the other, so it's harder for them to carry weight. Or I can also use like footwork. So whether it's doing back steps, right, to take an angle and keeping my feet outside, so it's harder for him to make connection with me. Or I can also like do cross steps and sort of mix things up. So whether it's like controlling one side, starting to take steps, pulling the frame, back stepping, coming in. You guys like mix it up in order to get past frames and also take an angle on your opponent. One thing that like if you guys do like gi jiu-jitsu, which is like gi pants, like I think the main difference between gi and no gi is like gi has much more robust grips. Like if you get two pant legs in the gi here, man, the match is pretty much over. Like arms will get past, and then people are going to consolidate the pin. In no gi, I want to say grips are a lot more transient. So like you saw me earlier when I was like, I grabbed Bernard's foot. Bernard can simply extend and make it difficult for me. So I want to say like in no gi, it's kind of like a constant grip battle. So just because I get one grip here, doesn't mean it's going to last for very long. And I need to be constantly thinking about like how I'm going to move and get more advantageous grips. So thinking about like grip fighting as more like a continuous conversation rather than like I get one and it's done, I think helps kind of like win the fight, the secondary fight for grips. Yeah. Alright, we'll play this game one more time and then move on. Any questions? I'll do it. You gonna grab the key? What? You gonna grab it? Yeah, the two you guys.
Yeah, that's cheating.
That's it? too much because I want to get into entering the saddle from here. But last week we basically did hand fights. I'm on my butt. I do a cross grip. So it's like I'm getting a handshake on someone. I like to like mold it to my chest because this way like the grip is harder to break. Here, there's like a weak part of the grip. I can reinforce it with my chest. So now Bernard will find it difficult to defend this side of the leg because he no longer has an arm. And I'm going to use that to my advantage by coming in, getting shin to shin, and molding my chest through this knee here. From here, what we can do is we can let go of the cross grip and then start falling to the opposite side. Sorry, stay up. And then basically what I'm doing is I'm kicking through. Kicking this leg through, and then also bringing this knee to my chest and shooting my hips up to get single leg X. From here, like last week, what we worked on is like doing a little off balance, so they end up on their knee here in combat stance. And now we're in single leg X combat stance, and then we have all our options. If we go to double outside ashi here, kicking up, this is where we were working from last week. So, but right now we're here in single leg X. So we'll go. Again, we're getting a cross grip out of the way. We're doing shin on shin, falling, extending, shooting up into single leg X. This is basically like I'm using my entire body to control and grip on my opponent's leg. From here, you can like do a little off balance in order to, you can stay up. This time we're gonna off balance and kind of have like the legs open. One of the most common defenses for Bernard is to like grab his foot and remove it. That's bad for me because it's what's holding me up. If he removes it, my hip's drop. So go ahead. Right? And so we want to think about a follow up here. So he'll remove it, and basically what's going to happen is I'm going to swim my foot to that start here. So the foot that was on the hip goes above my other foot here, and then now I can push and I also can pull, and that basically that start. Today what we're going to do is we're going to go to reverse X, which is basically my foot's going to be on the bottom. So you guys can, once the foot is stripped, you can go to X guard and then you can switch, or you can go immediately to reverse X here. So it's just like the foot on the hip goes under my foot that's already inside Bernard's thigh. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start turning. So I'm already connected to Bernard. Come on. I'm going to start turning so that I can get his hands on me. Sometimes it requires a little bit of kind of like dexterity, but I'm basically like connected and I start turning onto my right hip here so I can get his hands on me. Because I've shifted his weight to his hands, now his legs are aligned. So what I can do is I can bring knees to chest, basically bring his legs over me. Once I've done that, I can grab his far leg, and then now I'm extending my left leg, and I sit him into the saddle. So now I have control of the primary leg, and I also have control of the secondary leg, and then this is where we'll stop for that. For you at DTLI, I think this is a lot for, especially for people on their first day. I think like if you're able to understand like, let's do a cross grip, get his hand out of the way, let's get shin on shin with a deep elbow grip, and then like figuring out shooting into single leg X here. If you want to work that, that's great. Okay. Like, don't worry too much about X guard and reverse X if you're not getting there. Don't worry about that. And then if Bernard pushes my foot off, I don't want my hips to just fall, so I come to X, do reverse X, and then basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to
arms to his hands, extending his leg above me, coming in. Anyone else need to see that? We'll do some drilling on this and then figure out a game to play for. Alright, I'll drill too.
I can come around and help too if anyone else wants. Okay.
Whichever line, break them both. It's like the ties and they break like that. Or back on the video.
So, from here,
Oh, yeah. So basically, for you, you're doing it, right? Yeah. So I move his hand out of the way, and then I glue chest to, there you go. And then I can release this one. For this hand, I go here. Yeah, this hand. And then now I fall to my right hip. And then lift his leg. Well, actually, you get what you want.
thanks for the right, and then a bit of.
Yeah, so here. I might go to try to stay up, right? Yeah, you just stay up. Okay, so I'm like, bring this out of the way. Nice and deep here. I grab this. And then basically, like, I'm kind of like, I want to be under him. So, I like this. Where you lean and you just hold it like your weight. So, yes, you can shoot that. You can also be shooting that. I lift his shin up and then I shoot this leg through, and at the same time this knee comes. Because this knee doesn't want to be on my chest. Your right leg stays under the sub. This one doesn't move, so now I'm here and then reverse. Back flip. Right here.
You can slide code.
Don't fall back. Stay up. Stay up on it.
And then that's where it's like,
It's not falling back.
yeah.
And then now.
So you're just swinging this into here. So down. That's the part where, especially on a bigger guy.
Yeah, so
It's like more weight to try to lift it up.
So I think what I'm doing is like,
Higher ground.
and then you're using your chest, all my shifts to get, well, you need to turn your body. You need to, as I come in, shin, push. I wrap around my chest, knees, and then I'm not falling back, I'm falling to the side, like this. No, it's still connected.
Throw that off.
Okay.
So
And
then
then,
you gotta control this leg. Because I have this leg with, reverse it on the bottom, so I stretch it out, push it forward. And
now I can
chest,
do foot on the other side.
sit up, and you're gonna bring you on. I can feel when I bring it on your chest.
Keep the shoulders.
Yeah, just that little detail. Gets me enough to like.
Now push your leg. Yeah, you could go to that one. Yeah.
Can I try that?
Yeah. Now push your left leg. Yeah. I think it's basically what you want to do is you're almost like keep this and stay up. I feel like you want to you're looking to get your back to the mat. I don't want that to fall to your hip, and this helps lift your shin. Now push through. Yeah, I mean, it's like you want to carry their weight. As you're going to the side and then push through.
feel like I'm struggling.
Because what essentially happens is
So you figure for this line,
and I
you have this line.
the position I get into is basically this.
Right.
And if you
So
can,
you want
think about it like that. I push through and I can come to this mallet position.
for
And then as you shoot the bar, my knee is
go under
also
the
top lane.
Okay, you want this because you're controlling my knee line, but you have this foot and this foot. Something like that. You want to get here.
I think trying to finish it. Yeah.
I mean, no, he's pretty screwed, but like, I don't have this. Yeah. I'm getting a little lost after the, sorry. Don't fall here.
Like if your hands are on that, don't just fall like this. Just stay with your hands.
Okay, so now.
Good on me. Yeah. Okay. So like feeding in here. Oh, yeah. Got it. So making sure it's all there. Yeah. Pulling in off your knees, chest, and now extend your. And then after. Okay.
I think it's almost like showing the forward. Yeah. Most people who get into this position, like, I want to stay up.
Right.
So that's better.
On this side. Yeah. Yeah, like if you off balance me this way, like I don't want to just fall back. Yeah, I want to stay up here. And this is when you like push and then I move back and then now you can go up. Yes. It's a fun ab workout too.
There's a lot of like push pull.
Yeah. Yep, okay. So not bad, but full relief, sometimes I'll like dial no covers as well. Okay. As soon as you get my foot back, yeah, she's like this. That's sweet. So you just stay here. If you just push and pull, you should have a pull of line. Yeah, you've got that foot. Yeah, this you're pushing the air out. And you push when I unbounce for that second. It's that little switch is like yeah. 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 You just lean that way.
You'll learn.
Okay. Yeah.
Just twisting that all.
know, my leg is straighter though, so it'd be a little harder working. But you still might be able to.
Yeah. Alright, time. Yeah. You don't need the control from the other side. So we play a game where I'll start in shin on shin here. And basically I'm going to go into single leg X. Right when I fire up into single leg X, the game will start. So it's kind of like I'm going to drill from a shin on shin, fire into a single leg X, and then the game will start right here. My only goal is to get Bernard's hands to the mat. So like, if I can do that in single leg X, I can like figure out like how can I move him in order to get his hands to the mat. He looks pretty stable, so maybe I want to switch to something like an X guard, or maybe I have better control of his feet. I can get his hands to the mat. Game's over. If I can knock him down completely, like his hips touch the mat, like let's say that's also a win for me. Bernard's only goal is to stay up. So like, or top person goal is to stay up. I will accept like if I'm getting off balance, then like I have to base for a second on one hand. That's fine, keep going. What Bernard is looking for is either, like my entire hip to the mat, or like sufficiently getting both hands to the mat and my weight has shifted completely off of balance. Questions? Alright, so drill from,
Okay, I'll go with you guys.
shit on
Take
shit.
it really easy. It might be easier for you to have someone more your size. First.
Do you want,
We'll just switch here.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's his first time.
Chin like there. Is there a wing control for me? Alright, now we're gonna stop.
Okay, remember your
When you're pressing.
trying to scram ball through your mouth.
Here, you do it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is how it So start here. So you're actually gonna do the other shin. So you want to come through, and this is gonna stand on. Alright, Yep.
Like this?
You want your foot like my crack almost.
Okay, but you want to shoot your hips.
And this is one. And this foot, honestly, this foot should be a farm.
Okay.
I know that's what you're saying.
Right, should be a little bit broader too.
Yeah. It's like you're doing a leg press with me, and this is gonna be all my hip.
Yeah.
So I can't control into you.
Okay.
So now you have control of this, and you have control of this.
Clear. But this should be. Okay. Like, try to shoot your hip. Yeah. See now you're like trying to get it going. Yep.
And it's like your abs. Getting real
I
fast.
see that.
Yeah. Go ahead. So now you're gonna just get me down.
There you go. Just grabbing.
I don't want to stay there.
Yeah.
Got two key players here. partners.
I'm like, under fall. Oh, shit. That's not the door. You go set them up. I'll go talk over you. Oh, you're just I kept staying on the bottom. It's so much work.
Life's just X. My last one is just regular. I wish I could.
Yeah.
You screwed out. But just this is really hard to keep. Still last.
You're at a scissor sweep position. It's like one of the.
Oh. I keep that angle.
Gotta go.
It's a little easier for me to get into it though, because I think I'm that lift me up and all this my hands here going up your tall or whatever. See if you're a little Jewish guys. So I just like this. And then sooner or later I'm gonna fall on my face.
There's somebody playing.
Yeah.
Can we stop?
I'm ready. That foot's right.
Okay.
This one is. Three.
Push is so effective.
Can I get the position?
Guys, watch me up. I was like, as long as you have that, it's just a matter of time. One way or another? Yeah. Forward or back, forward or back.
I don't know if that really counts. That was more of a sweep than whatever.
Alright, that's it for class. We'll have open mat now. I mean, I think like anytime you guys end up playing any sort of like guard, I think a good thing to remember is just like whatever the configuration is. What I'm doing is I'm keeping connection, and then I'm basically looking to move my opponent. Right? If I have this, it's like I'm looking to move Bernard. If I go to X, it's the same thing. I'm pushing, I'm pulling. I'm trying to create off balances. Whether that's like I use like extension and contraction to move him, or if it's just literally connecting to him and like turning onto my hip. And then like I have X, I have reverse X, you know, whatever the configuration is. You know, Hiva, reverse Hiva, it doesn't really matter. I'm just like finding ways to connect to my opponent. That's where these positions sort of come from, and then looking to off balance my opponent. So try to like keep the concepts relatively simple. So like once you learn some guards, you gotta just sort of play around with that. I wanted to get more into saddle and the leg lock, but I'll be out for conference related things Wednesday and Friday. So Frank will be taking those three, and I'll be back next Monday. Yeah, the train hard, stay consistent,
in the whole time.
Single leg X.
It's actually thanks to there's no nicotine in it.
What happened to show that? Senioritis and show that. Oh yeah. I think you're like,
I've been on and off about the show for about a half years, but I'm only doing
you guys showed it about the same time. But he's a senior. So he's just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna get 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's fair.
30 parties is the goal.
Sure, I was gonna practice the single leg X, but
Philip, you should be a straight gun. Don't
Yeah.
Just for kids.
Alright, let's try it.
so
That was fine though.
Correct. Yeah, I know somebody who just started in New York City.
this one. Okay.
That's where Noah works, right?
Okay, I'll ask him. It's Luke Danzig, he's whatever. 19. Like the band.
Yeah.
Like PD, like used to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good kid. He's my daughter's friend's brother.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's young stuff.
Yeah.
That's
That's right.
So much two older people fucking beat each other.
He's just like a baby. And he's, got great skin. He looks like he's 12.
It's funny, like we'll go to call some of the younger guys in there. They're lecturing this fucking 40-year-old couple about how they live their lives.
So
That's right.
both legs back down. So
Forget.
I'm Bernard. Buddy. Yeah, good meet you as well.
sorry, I totally lost my. You take this leg. Yeah. Okay. And then this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I would keep my foot like here, more like on the hip here. If you ever compete and you go all the way across, it's a DQ.
Oh really? You the
Squall spot.
okay.
Yeah. So maybe not something you have to worry about too much, but also like I just think go do this throughout. Like basically in there.
At first I was like, I'm not like a Christian.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember both of you. Yeah, I was like, I don't know, but also like you got the, yeah, the darts.
You're like at some point.
I usually try to go to the darts, but yeah. But you still have like, I mean, I'm so crap, like, I wasn't really crap, but
I
like,
like keep it. I was using a lot of
yesterday, worse than that, because you walked around with your leg. I was like, it's actually just going to be like here, it's not,
hide the foot on the bar. And then what happens is like you hide it all on the same leg.
We got
Some people just like grab it.
people tougher than us to pet kids, so.
Okay.
See.
Yeah.
Got about 7 more weeks to play.
Here it's like you have help this foot here almost like prevents.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
that's always the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And it gives you more power than to be able to throw them off balance.
Can I go to the round?
Yeah. I think it's also.
What are you doing in this area?
I work here. So, yeah, I work in the
Okay.
Yeah, but I travel a lot and like have a lot of flexibility. So, and I'm an early guy, so I'm usually here.
Okay.
I work at Cable, so I'm usually here.
So if you want to move on me, so I can start over the
Okay.
I don't think it really goes.
That's right. Chest.
I like to
And now you can keep your like don't fall to your back. Okay. Yeah. Now lift and shoot this leg. Now shoot up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Not to be betraying what's happening here.
Wait, tough recording tonight,
Little partner classes. Not this early, but like 7 a.m. 11 a.m. 4 5 a.m. 6 a.m. 7 a.m. Trained there a couple times. It's all key for the most part. Just moved here more immediately. It's a good place for them to check out. What do you do for this one? I'm their director of sales protection.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. You want fries? Okay.
Want to go? You want me to defend?
We could just
go about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I already know where to start.
We could start. I mean, I feel like we went through all the food journal.
My family live in Israel.
Probably a week ago. Okay. We can take a chill also.
Okay. Well, I like the bomb over it.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, the read should honestly it's way scary.
Okay, so there's 2 minutes on time. So we'll go for it.
Okay. It's always hard to do over here. They're still like locked out. Alright, do you want to leave it or? No, I gotta get to work. Nice to meet you. And then, see you then.
Do you have any kids in?
Yeah, we got our first kids coming in like a month and a half.
Nice.
So I'm trying to train as much as I can before that.
Yeah.
Play terrible golf as much as I can before that. Anything I can get away with.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm gonna have to do some serious reassessing, but it's gonna be a while. It'll be fun. It was good to meet you. Hopefully see you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna try and come 1 day a week, and then I come like 2 to 3 days back in Oregon.
Nice. Alright, take it easy,
Yeah,
dude.
you too.
See you, Frank. Have fun at your conference. You going anywhere cool?
Oh, it's like a cool.
It's not, it's like a
I mean,
looking into
well, enjoy. Yeah. Take it easy, man. I'll see you soon.
You know, I forgot to organize
might be just that's the eye. Wait,
But, yeah, I don't want to sign up for following and stuff. Reach back.
yeah.
I'll take your end.
That was fun. Thanks, man. Yeah, you want to
It's almost like once you're down, you're down. Right now, it's very difficult to get back out. How long have you been doing this? Okay. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Were you doing combat sports before?
I don't know. I studied abroad. I think you should reach out to Adam.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
We're in Japan.
So, yeah. Just outside of there, yeah.
Oh, nice.
What did I just say? Like,
Never first time. Yeah. He's my manager.
oh,
He convinced me into doing it. So, yeah. It's like pretty much what the team does.
Tony was,
Yeah.
what is your, okay.
So but once that's set up,
Yeah,
the security side, like he has a PED program. I'll get like cybersecurity risks. Yeah. What do you do? Okay.
The bill's already a little high, but
Okay. Nice.
How long did you do
I was Japan. Were you there?
I was there 9 years.
Sorry, 34. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I love Japan. I love that. I never got to live up there, but I've visited.
Yeah.
He was here yesterday. That's cool.
Tony was?
Oh, Sunday.
Cool. Yeah, I read it.
I think he and
I was home for a while. Yeah, I'm not sure because I left all of that. So moving back home.
So,
My son is,
there's a, they have,
Yeah, there is one.
okay. Yeah, you can use all blue for, Walnut Creek.
he's
Really?
already.
Yeah, that's actually. Yeah.
What made you want to get into this?
Yeah, Japan. I don't know, just like check all
My middle son is
and then also like
not for
like he's not
Yeah. That was actually my main thing, is that I wanted to come here. Yeah, like 6 months ago. So, this is a good place to build that.
It's probably the community or probably it's for
I did, yeah. Toby? Yeah.
I'm gonna head over. I gotta meet with a lot of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head as well. I'll be at 8 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah.
This meeting.
Nice on there. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'll see you. I'll be here tomorrow if you're gonna, if you'll be here.
There's no class tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Wednesday, Friday.
Wednesday,
Morning
Friday.
classes. I did. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
You should think too, depending on the days you want to do it, but sometimes like more after the evening classes,
Yeah.
you get a lot more neighbors.
Right.
People, more people that focus like 6 a.m. is usually, I don't know if you're
Yeah.
so, which is great.
You'll learn faster.
I was in the past like
The real stuff,
Yeah.
and the other stuff.
Park in my house.
Might as well.
Yeah, I to make them. What
I guess I wasn't like super.
would you think?
It's really good. And it requires a lot tougher lessons in the a lot more.
You see how it's working muscles?
Yeah. And like, I don't want to call it problem solving, but like, yeah, kind of problem solving. Right? Like there's a puzzle trying to figure it out.
During the rest of the week, like tonight.
I can see where obviously size matters, but it's not 100% of the game here.
What
I
days?
tell my son it's a
That was pretty
time.
random. Because I didn't go this week, like Tuesday
One side
night.
to size.
Yeah.
I only went Wednesday.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday, generally.
And so you need 2 people.
Yeah.
So if you were doing this for the last 5 years,
Yeah, and you figured out
you
like
have more speed than me.
I left like
Yeah.
No, I just as a conference.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's going on with it?
Yeah.
I went to one conference.
Oh.
Yeah, because
I was able to slow him down.
company is in that
Dummy size.
academy Yeah, and they were handing out like free. They were just like,
I'm going to win because you're so
it was just like 11 in the morning.
right?
Yeah.
So what do you guys? Did you just train?
What? Train all the
And
time.
like, I could see it's pretty much all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm moving back with my parents for now. So I'm trying to figure out like should I go to the Philippines and play it or keep them
Complex.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I could see that, and I also see like I thought it was gonna be quite
Or
uncomfortable,
go like San Jose.
being aggressive.
I guess that was
on
Yeah, that's
like aggressive
what is
on
squirting?
my sport.
yeah,
You get
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah.
That would be sad if you left.
Yeah, I know. Well, for the next 2 weeks, I have a membership, so
Because also you're so good.
yeah.
You don't need things at all.
Yeah.
You don't need, you can just sit there.
You don't have to address
how do you feel
the
about
mental game now. But I also saw like it was a massive forward.
Yeah.
Like, it was a huge workout. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Thank you. Nice meeting you, Bree.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
See you on Wednesday. Or when you're back on your conference.
Yeah.
Are you also job searching or not yet?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. What was wrong with the one that you were at? Like you just didn't like it, or?
Yeah.
What was it like? The work was shitty. Coworkers are annoying. Like.
No, I actually really like my coworkers. That's probably the best part of the job, but it was like a little sus, I guess. We were definitely like pushing the envelope and like moving really fast on the technology.
Yeah.
And then also,
Whistleblower situation.
yeah, all my coworkers were joking about that. Like, Philip's like an EPA plant. But also it's just like, there were other things in my life that I want to do, and the startup life is just like 12 hours a day. It doesn't really leave that much time for like anything else, I guess.
Yeah. Wow, it was 12 hours a day, really?
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if I do something for 12 hours a day, at least make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like as fun as it could be because like I really like my coworkers.
Yeah.
But the work got like progressively like more boring, I think, also.
Oh, that sounds like every other company.
Yeah.